Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your 4-month predictive tarot and oracle card reading. This reading is for all Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And we are going to cover the months of May, June, July, and August. I only do these readings a couple times a year, so I'm really excited to do this for you. Now, something that just occurred to me in the last reading was, 4 months from now might seem like an eternity. Not a bad idea to just take some notes during the reading. Jot yourself a couple of notes if something seems important and look back on it and see how it applies when you get to, let's say, July or August. So I love this. This would even be a good thing to do after the reading. You have the energy of intention. Intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all the universe's wishes for me come true. So set your intentions after the reading. Close your eyes for a minute, meditate, quiet things down. Set your intentions, even write that down, and then go check back on it. I used to keep what I'd call a God box many years ago, and when something was weighing on me, I used to write it down, and then I'd get into it months or even years later, and I was always interested to see. But I like it even better with setting your intentions and let it go to the universe and come back and see what manifests. Well, letting go, you have the energy of resistance, which is such a beautiful card because when you drop the desire, that's when it really manifests like it has Miracle Grow on it. Our fretting and our tweaking and our turning and twisting, that actually makes it slow down. The cycle has ended and it's time to let go to experience new growth. It is vital to have closure and gratitude for the situation, to make room for new things to enter. Go within to find what's holding you back. Change is necessary in this situation. So know if you've outgrown something. It was good while it lasted, but there's something more coming in. It's never the end game when something walks out or moves out of your life. All right, month by month reading going May, June, July, and August. Okay, in May, we've got the Lovers, you right out of the gate, the World. Boy, this is going to be a great month for you. The Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. All right, that's in May. I feel like as you get closer to your season, you're really going to be loving the energy. June, we've got the Ten of Cups. Yes. The Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. Oh, yeah. And the King of Pentacles. That's a great month for money. That's in June. But really, May is great for anything. July, we've got Justice, the Emperor. They both wear the red robe of desire. This is making your dreams come true, being called to action. You've got Death and the Star. 4 major arcana. You got a lot of major arcana anyway, but that's significant in 1 month. So that's July. And into August, you've got the Nine of Cups, the Empress. Oh, yeah. The Seven of Cups and the Four of Wands. This is an incredible reading. More major arcana. What's even sillier about this, you want to hear what's really crazy? These two are in order. The Death and the Tower, which just gives me chills. This is going to be an amazing cycle for you. One of the best yet. I hope I can finish the reading without talking on and on and on. It's going to be tough, but all these major arcana, we have 6, 7, 10 major arcana. Holy crap. That's like half the major arcana are right here in your reading. This is like I've never seen before. All right, you have Gemini. And I'm telling you what came out of that, starting with Gemini, that changed everything. Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus is here, Capricorn is here, Pisces is here, Cancer is here. Need we say more? But this is where you get a real turning point right here. And it all begins with this High Priestess, the energy of your soul, the psychic of the tarot. But it really is about staying true to yourself. So if something doesn't jive and align with you, out it goes. The universe will eject it. Now, the energy of the devil is known as the ego. And the Tower comes in to release it. The Tower shows up to help you clean house. And when the Tower comes into your reading, I feel like you're going to be relieved about something. But if you don't take action, what it can do is make you feel really out of control. So we got to be a little concerned, or not concerned, but aware of it. Careful around that Tower, because you don't want to get into a position where you feel out of control. But definitely there's some arena of your life that I feel like even in May, you're going to have a turning point here. So May introduce more information, some intel, and I also feel like it gives you some direction with that Eight of Pentacles. But ultimately, you have an energy here that is going to be leaving you feeling fantastic. If you're in a relationship, you have a conversation that's going to be very direct and move things forward. I feel like you have more plans coming in together, maybe travel or moving plans, but they're definitely for the long haul. Even if the relationship is very new, I feel like this person is going to be talking about places they want to visit with you, and they're talking about the future a lot. They're also talking about the future when you're not around with you, because they can't stop. This is somebody who's going to be smitten as a kitten. I heard a kitten purring. That's what I feel like. A person is so relaxed when they're with you that they feel like they can't imagine life without you. Even very early on, they knew it, damn it. They knew it, and good for them. Now, in terms of work, I feel like you may have more responsibilities, but it feels like an upgrade. It feels like you're going to make more money, where they don't just layer on jobs on you, that they downsized and then stick everybody else with the work. I feel like you're going to have some kind of opportunity here, maybe to travel with work and get more training. But overall with this, you have choices. So I do feel like you have some say in it. And I feel like you're going to lean into the money. I feel like somebody here, you're going to make the choice to advance and have more money. Now, if you're retired, May would be a great time to pick up a little side money, okay? If you're retired and looking for some kind of side gig. And I feel like they would work around your hours, and it would be easy for you, especially if you have a lot of, like, you had a developed career where you had a highly trained skill set. Like I heard a nurse anesthetist, and now you're like delivering something. I don't know why, but I saw somebody delivering organs. But you know what? You would have a lot of training if that's the case. But I do feel like for somebody, it's going to be easy street. It's like easy money is what I heard. But it's nothing nefarious. It's like, this is exactly what you need and want. You're in flow. You're in flow all the way through the reading. So with this energy, we've got into June here. You almost couldn't do better than this. It's very balanced. It is good news on the way with money. You may also, too, if you're planning something financially, if you need to buy something like a house, a car, or even somebody with the financial wisdom comes in and gives you great guidance. And I feel like what they do tell you is accurate. Now, with that 10 of Cups energy, that can be very subjective in terms of what it is that you're manifesting and attracting, but it brings you joy either way. Now, this would be a great month for reunions. So if you have any kind of reunion planned in June, I feel like not only will you have the money to do it, but it'll be joyful. That you're going to have just this celebratory energy around you. Now, the 2 of Cups, too, you may get a little surprise here as you're getting into your season, where somebody wants to, if it's a significant other, they want to turn on your heart light. And they might do it in a way that's a bit subtle, but it's very meaningful and thoughtful. This is somebody who runs deep. So as much as we talked about them swooning a bit for you, I do feel like their feelings are real and they do run deep. They're just an old soul in general. It could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Cap. But overall for you, the feelings in June are going to be fantastic. You've got a new cycle that begins. You've got just one archangel coming in, Raphael. But I do feel like you have a season of blessings. This will be a phase that you will remember. It'll be a season to remember. So as we get into July, this is such an awesome month for you. It almost couldn't get better. Now, I always like to point this out when we have the pool, okay? This all begins with you. It's an inside job. Meditate, quiet the mind, set your intentions and know that they're available to you. This is dreams coming true, but it all comes from within. I mentioned before, I feel like you get some insider information that's helpful. It helps you make a shift. With the Death card, I feel like you make a clean break. This doesn't even feel messy. The changes that happen, it just feels like you kind of pivot and move and And it's like nobody's trying to stop you either, which that's always helpful when you don't have other people around you trying to slow things down. Now, if you're waiting on some kind of legal decision, or maybe it's a decision about back pay or some wrangling, some insurance clause or case, I feel like by the time you get into July, you're finally finished with it or finishing it up. And it does feel like it goes in your favor. You have passion, discipline, the truth, integrity, and the final damn word here. So I do feel like you're going to be enjoying this, and you're going to be feeling confident. There's nothing scary here. Death is a rebirth. You come out on top, but this is solid, especially with the Emperor too, because it's very logical energy. So there's no second guessing, and there's nothing here in terms of, watching out for danger. The tarot would tell you if you had something to be warned about. There's not even any warning here. Now, with the energy of the star, they're definitely telling you that your unwavering faith has paid off. Your energy, your beautiful attitude, the way that you shine. I heard the way that you shine and sparkle. Yes, I did hear that. And I don't care if you're a guy, you shine and sparkle. But they're trying to say that your attitude has done a lot for you. It's not only an energetic drive and force, but it's also how people are experiencing you. So I feel like the way people experience you between July and August is incredible. Now, you have the 2 wish fulfillment cards. We got the lottery ticket of the tarot that comes in right after her. So it's like it just flows really beautifully into August. And then, of course, you have the Empress, which is also another indication. How people experience you is called they want to bend over backwards and help you. Now, if it's a relationship, I feel like it's going to be no other. If you're planning a wedding in August, can you send me an invitation? Because you have wedding and baby here. Others of you, though, this could also be the birth of a really great idea. So if you have something in progress, especially with the completion in the world in May, if you're completing a degree or something, by the time you're in August, here's where you're doing your dream job. Okay, you're going to have a lot of choices being brought in, but I feel like this is going to be one of those times where you say you feel unlimited. You feel like you're set in such flow, like you just have such momentum going all the way into the fall. It is going to be amazing, Gemini. And so with that 9 of Cups energy, I feel like you're going to be almost on a pink cloud saying, is this my life? Can somebody pinch me? So if you're going through a rough time, you perk up, okay? If you've been getting into bed at 7 p.m. and you're like, I want to hunker down. I'm eating popcorn in the bed. Maybe you're drinking soda in the bed and eating candy too. It happens, but they're trying to tell you, you know what? You go out, you dust yourself off, you feel strong, confident, sexy, smart, amazing, because that's the energy you're coming into. And I tell you what, in August, you're going to feel like you have the world in the palm of your hand. This is where people cater to you. You have choices, but the decisions are going to be yours. So I do feel like you have an amazing shift coming in. If you need to let go of something, they're urging you to do it because you have such better things coming in here. You have that energy too of the 1111 card. So those synchronicities, what you put out there in the universe matters. So beautiful energy showing up for these next 4 months. I love it for you. And I love you too, Gemini. And I'll be back again soon.